Hello fellow simmers and av geeks, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm recording this on Monday, which is a holiday here in British Columbia at least. I know, it's dark out. I just wanted you to see the aircraft at night and the panel. It'll be light when we take off. Welcome to a very, very early morning in Niigata, Japan. And welcome to a freeware showcase. Now, this is made for everyone, but it's also made for newcomers who may be just getting X-Plane for the first time. Everything I'm using today is completely freeware. Doesn't mean you don't have to download some stuff, such as Auto Ortho, or if you want the Avi tab, and that. Those will all be linked down in the description down below, including where you can get this aircraft. This is the Dash 8, and this is the 100. I also have the 200 and the 300. Now, FlyJSim makes an incredible Q400. Caveat, it's going to set you back about $90 US. So this is not a comparison between the two, because as far as immersion, system management, system integration, and just the whole thing, it's like it's not the same league. But if you're not made of money like me, being a senior on a small pension, or you're a student and that, or just look, money's tight everywhere nowadays, everything I'm going to be doing in this flight will be completely freeware. It can all be done with base X-Plane 12, including using default live weather. I'm on live time right now, just so you could see the aircraft kind of lit up. As you can see, it does have a modeled interior. This door can be opened from the outside, or we can go inside. And this is the other thing I wanted to show you, what the panel and everything looks like inside the aircraft. When it's on its own internal lighting. I'm currently on external power. I have not started the APU. All I've done is put the batteries on, get the external power unit hooked up, and turned on the position lights. That's it. Door switches are down here. Cool thing with this aircraft, couple of hidden little features. You got a panel right here. Now, I could have it show the co-pilot if I wanted to, but they're just going to sit here the entire flight doing that. I find it distracting, so I don't. As you can see, you can also switch it to Q200. If you wish, I haven't read what that one does. I'm not, now here's the caveat that I was speaking about. This is Payware. This is the X-Reality GTN 750. I like to use this, and one of the reasons why I have the aircraft cold and dark is I don't want these arguing. These FMCs do work, and you can use it the same as you would the default X-Plane 12 FMC. So there you go. Does it have SimBrief integration? I don't know. I'm just going to program my 750 manually, which is what I want. You can also choose to fly from the co-pilot side. I have the yokes off right now. It just makes it easier. You can also configure the aircraft to be a freighter. So that is one cool thing with this. Just click it to get rid of it. This you can hide if you're on like a 2.5 hour flight like I will be, just by doing that. But until you get really used to knowing what the sounds are like, we'll get those to taxi. That is very important. Your basic stuff down here, we will set the transponder. Got another new subscriber, so that was really nice. 05, no, not 64, not yet. Hopefully soon. And that can go there. And that's all good there. This is dynamic. I've still got to put fuel in and all that. You see it saying 29. When I bring you back when we start the engines up, you'll see this will probably say 31,500 or something. So, anyways, don't forget to smash like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. We are using SimHeaven. We are using Auto Ortho. No Payware weather engines. I'm not using any Payware airports. These are all default XP12 airports. Personally, I think they're the better looking airports between the two current Sims on the market as far as defaults go. But, you know, that's me. The night lighting in XP12 is just off the charts, phenomenal, beautiful. So, I'm going to get us set up, program the my Garmin 750, and I will see you for engine startup. Thanks for flying along with me. And welcome back, everyone. Yes, it's paused. I wanted to show you that, you see, there is a cargo door and such. And I did set it to, it's basically around 4 a.m. in the morning right now. And now we'll unpause it. We'll get inside. We will close the doors. I'll show you the closing door animation again. It's actually done very well. You'll notice it'll pause for a second, and that's as they pull it in completely and then pull the lever down. Pulling the lever is what makes it close that last little bit. It's really cool. It's a little breezy here, hence the propellers are moving. So we are getting ready to start. I have already called for pushback.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Everything's good. We'll taxi on the idle, so we're fine for there. Might need it a little bit later on. Double check everything up top. No. I will be getting ready to start engine, so we will get the red beacon on for now. That also starts the flight data recorder. I don't think that's true in real life. I think in real life this never shuts off. We will get the pitot heats on. The bleeds are on, but they don't move. It's kind of weird. So we did that, we got that set, that's done.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
You're clear to connect. I got rid of external power, we're on the APU. Floodlight can go off. Storm light can go off.
We got that winching strap and adapter hooked up. Go ahead and let go of the parking brake when you're ready for a push.
Want you about there. Parking brake released, you're clear to push. Oh, did I turn the dome light on? No, where's all that white light coming from?
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Not yet. In most Japanese airports, there is a line. The default may not have it, but traditionally back here around somewhere, there'd be a red line, and you're not permitted to start engines until the entire aircraft is past that. Might be around here. I'm going to do it the way it's supposed to be. The start procedure for the Dash 8 is engine 2, then 1. And I've actually been, was it Pacific Western, Pacific Coastal? Maybe it was Air Canada Jazz had one, or one of Air Canada's small subsidiaries. So here we go. So engine start, we select number 2. And, oh, I forgot to show you first. Your engines won't start. This is also your fuel cutoff. Now we have fuel flow. That's there. 1, 2, 3, let go. And I'll let you hear the beautiful sounds. For freeware, the animations are pretty dang good, you know. And there we go, we got one good start. And now we repeat the same thing for engine 1. Move selector. 1, 2, 3, let go. This one typically starts quicker because you've got both the APU bleed feeding it and the engine 2's bleed feeding somewhat. I think that's a pretty good start animation. And considering this aircraft originally was in X-Plane 10, I think, and Mankey and a few others got permission from the original author, saying because they said we'd like to bring it to X-Plane 12, and he's like, have at her. You have my permission. Runway heading. We are taking off on runway 22, which is 222.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
I'd love to know where that light came from. Okay, they're all going. We will get the generators on. Pitot heaters are on. We have 2 good starts. You're cleared to disconnect. We'll look for the handoff. I always forget stuff up here. Gens are on. That's on. That's on. That's on. Recirculation fans are on.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
I knew I'd forget something. Thank you kindly. We'll look for the pin and give you the wave off. Thank you for your service. We'll see you the next time. Oh. David. Off. Off. There we go. We'll turn on the taxi light so he knows we see the pin. APU off. And APU fuel valve is closed. Let's go to Tokushima. I don't know if I've flown there on the channel before. Parking brake off. Actually, no, I'm going to have a vector. 10. So I'm doing all of this taxiing just by letting the props cut into the air more.
Approaching 2-8.
And I'm using flaps 10. Not that I'm heavy or anything like that, but this is only a 4,000 foot run. No, I shouldn't say only. This thing can take off on a postage stamp if it has to. It's like 4,300 feet. So, for takeoff checks, a few things. Be very careful with this. Do not put it below start. Otherwise, you cut your fuel off. So be very, very careful where you keep it. Sort of keep it up there just to be on the safe side. Don't know why that keeps doing that, but okay. First, I need to be, you're on GPS. Good. Up top. Strobe lights on. Taxi lights. Off. Seatbelt signs, no smoking. Generators 1 and 2, including the inverters and gens are on. There we go. Let's go to Tokushima. You in flight. Cool. See how slow these are to react?
Approaching 2-2.
I think it's pretty good for a default aircraft. A freeware aircraft. I really do.
On runway 22.
Get you to full clip. Listen to those engines, baby. We have an 11 knot crosswind, just so you know. Ah, switched. Now it's 8. That's fine. V1, rotate. Positive figure coming up. Ah, beautiful. Control shifter. Screenshot. Okay, now I need to do some things here. Autopilot on. Heading. And indicated airspeed. Alt select. I just want to get us over towards where we're supposed to be. And navigation. Won't do it. I do need heading select. How would I do this myself? Whoa, not that heavy. It really prefers when you have a put you to cruise. Did I forget to turn something on down here? I turned the HSI off. That's, yeah. Okay, that's on me, folks. I turned that off. I thought it was on the wrong side. Like it wasn't active. It was. I disabled it. Let's get those flaps up. And I'm going to do my old favorite, vertical speed, up. 1,000 feet, this can do it without an issue. Now we're correcting. That was all on me. Because I turned the HS. I couldn't understand, why won't the LNAV activate? Because it didn't even work for heading mode. As you can see, it's kind of a mixed bag of a day. I don't know if we'll see it this early in the morning. It's usually in fog, but over there is Sado Island. Now, I'm trying to remember, is that the Bunny Rat Island or the Cat Island? I think that's the Bunny Rabbits. Yeah, Sakurajima is where all the stray cats are. And that. Not that they mind. As you can see, when the pilot actually doesn't do his best to sabotage the aircraft, it flies perfectly fine. I think we can climb even a little quicker. One thing I do want to check though, my pressure, yeah, it's working and the rate's rising, so the bleeds are on. There we go. And when we reach 16,000 feet, and I do have Alt Select on, I will adjust this to 900, and then I will check this to MCR, and then the cost index they use is known as MCR 900, and that is for this, and it goes to 900. And that's what they base the fuel burn on. Just so you know. And the climb profile is MCR 1050 or MCL 1050. That's there. That's why you see these numbers the way they are. And there's our flight plan. Like I said, this doesn't, or I mean, maybe there's a way to get SimBrief to integrate it. I don't know. I don't care. I don't even know how accurate. I took more fuel than I was supposed to just to be on the safe side. Flight time's about 2 hours long outside, even though it's cloudy. Oh, what's my temperature? That whir sound you hear, yeah, that's off. Those are all off, those are on. That's good. Pitot heat. Oh, let's get the pilot's window sheet heat on, that's for sure. I haven't been able to find the co-pilot's window heat. I haven't been able to find the windshield wiper either, come to think of it. But I mean, I'm not really worried. I mean, I love Dash 8s. They're very prevalent all over the world. I have the Dash 8 300 in an ANA livery, which is registration and livery it's wearing is identical to the last day it ever flew for ANA. Was it 2022, 18? I think it was. But that is really cool. I love Dash 8s. I flew on them multiple times in Japan. In Canada, they're also, and in North America, period, South America. They're extremely popular aircraft. Like, they get the job done, if you will. We're over water, so, I mean, there's not much really to look at. So what I am going to do is I am going to bring you back, and if it gets sunny enough out and we can see part of the dragon, one of the dragon spines, it's almost like Godzilla. You know, Godzilla's got two sets of fins that go sort of like that. That's kind of what Japan looks like when it comes to some of its main mountain ranges. Yeah, we need to get I pulled the power out too quickly. And we can start getting you down. Oh, wrong way. 1,000 feet a minute. This typically would climb around 120-ish, 129, 128. I'm not sure what my headwind is. A little hard to tell in this, so I believe they said I was going to be having about 34 knot headwinds. Let's see if she hits. Waiting to hear the bell, the beep. Usually does it a couple of 100 feet before. And then I'll bring you back. There it goes. It's got a lot of lift because I've got a headwind. So the nose is really being kind of picked up. And now slowly we'll get you to 900. I don't know if this does anything, but in the real aircraft they do use it, as far as I know. I don't know, maybe I should ask Pilot Emily. I remember when I first started watching her and subscribed to her, there was only like 40 people even knew about her. Now she's really blown up. Got her captain's wings and everything else like that. And she flew these quite a bit as a first officer. And eventually as a captain, if I remember. I should check on her channel. I haven't watched it in a little while. I don't even know if she's still making content. Hopefully she is. Because she was a unique combination of no idea really about flight simulators or anything, and that could freaking answer questions that most simmers you know, will never learn in their life when it comes to the operation of like a Dash 8. Because she was a on-the-line pilot of a Dash 8. But she knew, she could tell you anything you wanted to know about the aircraft, as long as it was the real thing. But didn't know a lot about flight simming. And it was refreshing. Yeah, not happy with Beta 5. So anyway, I don't want the video to be 2 hours long. I will bring you back when I spot something. There is a mountain range down over here. Hopefully we get to see that. If it gets late, you know. We'll see if the mist in that. I love the volumetric sort of fog and that. That's very common this kind of time of year in Japan. Because it gets really hot already in the daytime, but cools off at night, especially in all these valleys and such out over here, or anywhere in Japan. Well, other than if you're really to the south, like in Okinawa. Anyways, I'm glad to have you on board. Let's leave you with a flyby, and then I'll bring you back. See the clouds? Yeah. Come on, explain. You had it looking so good in Beta 4, man. You got to get Beta 6 out. This is not looking good. And welcome back, everyone. Just for about a 1-minute update, we're approaching Nagano. And now you can see why they were hosting a Winter Olympics Games. It's almost June, and these still have snow. And some of them actually would, even in this time of year. We're going to be heading more towards the inland and into sort of a flat plateau runs down the middle in a bit. But I thought I'd let you see the mountains outside of Nagano as the sun begins to rise out over the Pacific. Again, that is the Sea of Japan. And you can't see it off there, but out over there a bit, there is South Korea. Auto Ortho definitely makes a difference. Yes, I know about Google Map replacement. I don't use it. It doesn't cover China unless you want to pay and go through a bunch of hoops. And that makes me question whether or not it's going to have Iran, it's going to have North Korea, Afghanistan, like places that, you know, Google may not have great relationships with or are restricted by government restrictions and that. So I don't use it. That's the reason why. Not because I think it's a horrible product. Even it's freeware and payware. You get better quality imagery if you pay monthly. I believe they might have a yearly subscription as well. But I just wanted to show you the mountains outside of Nagano, former host city of the Olympics. Of course, I live in Vancouver, which is also a former host city of the Winter Olympics as well. So there you go. So far, aircraft be doing what aircraft do when I don't interfere with them, doing what they're supposed to. I'll see you when we're, I don't know, probably just after top and descent or something like that. And we'll go in and we'll be landing on runway 11. Which brings me all kinds of joy. Now, will you slide around? You will. Perfect. Will you slide down? No. Okay, well, I better hope the sun is right there. Because otherwise I'll be landing at a sunrise. We're going to be coming in on runway 11. Technically 2.9 would be better. But it's only a 2 knot or 3 knot tailwind, which is well within limitations of the aircraft, so I'm not too worried there. As you can see, she's maintaining 16,000 feet. LNAV and autopilot are still active, and everything's just peachy keen. I'm just monitoring and watching some cricket on one of my other screens. Glad to have you on board. And welcome back, everyone. Big change of plans. The weather did shift, and now it's up to a 6 knot tailwind. I don't want to land with that. So we're going to be landing on runway 29. So I had a whole bunch of flight plan editing to do because we were supposed to be going from ITE up over here and down and around and up and down and then in and do. So that all changed. And I am going to set this to local altimeter now. There we go. And we're basically at top of descent, so vertical speed down about 1,000 feet per minute. I'm gonna get rid of those yokes for now, because I don't want to be speeding too quick. And we'll pull the power back and I will get my throttle back. One thing I love about the X Reality, maybe the TDS or whatever it is called, does it. Only one arrow. It sizes itself proportionally. So none of this, you know, you end up going out sideways and, like, you can do it, I think. But it does the same thing. It always wants to keep the right proportion, which I really appreciate. I can tell you that much. Flight was pretty uneventful. which is just how I like it. So I activated vectors of file. I just didn't want to keep editing. So here we go. It's 1980 is final as we get closer. There is 2,500. Maybe we'll do 1,100 feet just to get ahead of it. Leave it in MCR 900. And I don't know how this works, so I'm sorry I can't help you really there, sadly. I would think they would probably put it to full power, like so in case of a go-around. That is what my mind is telling me, like that'd be logical. Because I don't know if this automatically derates the engines on the real aircraft or not. But there you go. So I didn't want to be descending at 1,500 feet, climbing at 1,500, 14, you know, kind of thing. Yeah. But, you know, an aircraft like this, I think 14 is better. And if we look off to our left on the nose, I don't have it installed. That is Kansai International. By the way, I have all my add-on airports disabled. Global Forest is disabled. Everything you're seeing right now, other than this, which as I showed you at the beginning of the video, go back to the start, you don't need to use this. This has FMCs. Okay, you can program it just like you would program the Zemo. Altimeter setting is already done. I will just pull you to flight idle. Well, maybe not quite flight idle, but around here. I'm thinking that notch is maybe there for like descent power. This does come with a manual and checklist. You can find it in here. Aircraft G100. There you go. And you can read it all in there. If you like, it teaches you about some of the stuff and where the hidden click spot. I've showed you where they are. But yeah, what are we going to land at? What's our fuel like? Yeah, maybe we'll do 35, I guess. And Osaka, my old home. Down below, Nagiyoshi is over here, in case you're curious. And then Nara with the bowing deer and everything. I use a Payware whenever I fly into here, but I just sit. Yeah, I know. I'm inside it. I'm not on VATSIM, so I'm not worried. Technically, right now, I'd be with, like, Kansai approach or something, typically. And we'll lower the descent rate again. Yeah, we're going direct against Ligsu. And it wants it at 2,500. I believe I also have an add-on for Centraire, Cebu. I have an add-on for Haneda. Hey, Dark Blue, if you'd like to make an airport for me, how about Hakodate and Aomori? And if you're feeling frisky, Akita, 3 of my favorite places in all of Japan. Used to escape to them quite often. Oh, and I also have, I think it's Thai Models, Fukuoka. I'm not a fan of Narita, so I don't have Dreiswiki's Narita. I also don't think it's been updated in years. We can put a little more power in, I think. We're coming down quick enough. Okay. 1089. 1089. Is that the actual frequency for the runway? Yes, it is. ITS. We are 29 miles out. "800 feet a minute, that's perfectly fine. I just don't want to be too quick. One thing with these, do not just think you can pull these all the way back once you land. Well, I'm going to completely feather the prop kind of thing. I can't get reverse to work. It just doesn't want to allow me to pull them down. So I typically just use braking, and I pull the props back to the start idle position. Don't pull it below, otherwise you will cut the fuel off and you will lose your engines. So be careful. I'm not sure if on the real aircraft these are indented, so you actually have to pull up to put it back. That could be a thing.
Vertical track.
What's wrong with my vertical track? Oh, it's warning me that we're reaching top of descent. Yeah, well, I'm continuing down, so don't worry about it. And one thing I can do, if you like, wrong one. Let you see it while it's flying. Landing lights on. I forgot to turn the seatbelt sign off. So we are now on live weather and live time. Oh, I gotta hit Alt Select. So because otherwise, if you don't do that, it'll keep descending at 800 feet a minute. Nah, I feel more comfortable at 2,000, thanks. Although it does say 2,500. I feel better at 2. Move me out a bit. Get you over there. Ah, awesome. I have to admit, I prefer to fly at night. That's me. And we're 10 miles from Lixu. 5,000 feet. We're coming down beautifully. This supposedly has a VNAV. Like, I see a VNAV light here. I am not so sure about that. I'll have to read the manual and like really take time on it. Maybe I'll transfer it to my tablet and then I can just sort of curl up on the couch and really get down into the nitty-gritty of it. We're coming in for a landing, so aux fuel pumps on. I love how it auto zooms for you all the time. Be very careful. You can open the passenger door while you're if you click that thing, it will open. And once we hit Lixu, I will activate the change CDI. I might be able to do it here. We will see. I'm going to leave this up. I know it's annoying. I apologize. I like looking at it. So that's the current time. In Tokushima. Japan does not use daylight savings time and all that. They have one time and that's it. At least some countries are smart. And now I will get you to there, so we begin to slow down. I want to start getting to where we can get some flaps in, you know. Might even do flight idle. Let's see what that does. $500. Airport's over there somewhere. And we're going to hit 2,500 just perfectly. Thank you very much. Landing lights are on. Fuel pumps are on. Anti-ice is not required. Localizer approach. Flaps 5. 10. Oh, I'm not seeing anything, am I? There we go. We want you having purchased with the air. Well, no, don't go over. Props full. We'll be landing around 100. Give take. We're still 6.8 from the runway. Glide slope, approacher active. Thank you very much. Which way am I exiting the runway? To the right. There we go. Flops full. Gear coming in. We have some wins. Okay. Let's see how we do. Airport's looking nice, beautifully lit, early morning, sunrise. I need 1,000 to check this chart. Yeah, I exit right. And get off maybe ON3, ON4, or ON2, and make a right. Because this ramp over here is military.
Approaching 29.
Confirmed. Runway is identified. Poppies say we might be a little high. No, we're on track. That's really good. We're about 90 knots. What does it say down here? 87?
500.
I think we're fine. At around 100.
400.
It's saying something. I have no idea what it's saying, but
300.
landing. Autopilot on. My aircraft.
200.
Landing. Attempting to.
100.
Minimums.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Not my best, but There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was looking at my charts, not paying attention to my feet. We will exit here. Either way, not great. Still getting used to the delay in how the throttles react. Only a real Dash 8 pilot could tell me. It's like, yeah, they take a minute to spool back kind of thing when you alter. But welcome to Tokushima. Nonetheless, as you see, the spoilers did go up. And we'll go to the general ramp over here. I'll straighten out. Love the feather animations. For freeware, I think it's done pretty dang good, if you ask me. And here we go. And we'll taxi on over. Wing level pitch. Not even sure what that means. I'm not a railroad pilot, as if you can't tell. Anyway, folks, I really enjoyed the flight myself personally. And, you know, if you're like me and you can't afford to buy the FlyJSim Q400, maybe consider giving this a shot. There's also a 300 they've made. I'm going to link you up with the 100-200, which is what I am flying. And then if you like it, you know, you can always, look at maybe getting the 300. I haven't had I should have put the ground spoilers down. I haven't had good luck with the 300 myself. But I think I just keep hitting the wrong buttons at the wrong time, and that I'm just going to pull over here. Anyway, it's going to do it for this freeware showcase. Again, everything I used is completely freeware. Other than the GTN 750, which you don't need to use because you could quite easily just use the built-in FMC and do the flight yourself. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If I taught you something, great. Maybe give me a like, a share, a comment, subscribe. You know, links to everything I used, again, will be down below. You'll also find out how you can help support the channel, as we don't do sponsored content. Everything is a viewer donation and my own money driven. And all freeware airports, freeware aircraft, freeware terrain mesh alteration with Auto, Ortho, and Sim Heaven, and default weather, default live weather, live time. There you go. Until the next time, folks, my name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this flight from Niigata down to Tokushima in my home of my heart, and hopefully soon again, Nippon, Japan. Until the next time we meet, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you later on, maybe in the week, with another freeware showcase for you. Thanks for flying along with me. Take care. God bless.